control of mutes and any other issues, and I only focus on the presentation. Okay, can you all see that the screen? Rao, can you confirm that you see the screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So make money with Royal Q quantification. All right, your money, you control it all the time, 24/7, 365 days for sure. No doubt about it. All right. Now, before I proceed to the presentation, I want you to see a wall, and a wall that's in front of you that is probably a very clear wall, and there is no any spots whatsoever. If at all that you see one, just like what I have here, it is a very tiny spot, but that is only right in the middle. But if you are going to look at that and forgetting a huge space surrounding that, you may actually miss that point, that there are a lot of other things to look at. The space is big, the opportunity is big, but you are pointing at something that actually bothers you. All right, so be very open-minded, see what you want to see, but focus on the benefits, not on something that is going to be very insignificant in this case. Okay, now I also want to actually highlight a couple of things here, and I'm sure some of you have questions. It's very good that you ask questions, because questions will provide answers. Questions will actually lead to us, to something that we do not know, we do not know now. So there are reasons for us to ask questions, but the purpose of question is to know the unknown, to understand the incomprehensible that you've never really understood before. And the question must not and should not be the only one for the sake of fault finding. But if you are asking just for the sake of fault finding, you can't really have a good conversation. You can't have a conversation that is meaningful, or a conversation that is something that is going to bring benefit mutually. All right, so take that as a subtle note. It is not a reminder, subtle note, so that we will have a very clear path all the way. All right, and I have this disclaimer to make. I must confess here, I'm not a financial advisor. Now my co-host, Dr. Rao, we are not financial experts. We are not trade experts. We are not accountants or the owners of Royal Q. Okay. Now, this presentation is intended for educational purposes only, and do not replace independent professional judgment. A statement of fact and opinions expressed here are those of the participants individually, and are not the opinion or position of financial experts, trade analysts, accountants, or lawyers. Attendees and participants are prohibited to use this presentation as proof or promissory that could mislead public into any form of schemes. So we do not want any one of you to go and claim out there that we have found something that is only going to make them thousands of dollars every day or hundreds of dollars every day, and everything is going to be good and everything is guaranteed. It is not like that. As you go through this presentation, you will understand more. All right, now I also have this 12 questions that may pop in your mind. These are my questions, because before I become the presenter, I am actually a member or subscriber or a prospect, just like some of you could be listening right now. Okay, so I want to know what is Royal Q. I want to know why cryptocurrency trading and not other business that I should get into, and how does it benefit me. Now, is there a future for cryptocurrencies? How Royal Q works? These are questions. Can Royal Q be trusted? That will be some questions, that might be in your mind right now. Is my money safe with Binance? That is one of the questions that I hear every now and then, in our presentation. And how much money can I make using Royal Q? Some of you may have that in your mind. Is there a cost for me to use Royal Q? All right. how do I subscribe Royal Queue? If it is good, if it is everything is so good, now how do I go about doing this? That's another question. Can I build business network with Royal Queue? I am a team builder. I'm a business builder. I know how to actually motivate people. I know how to go and inspire people. I know how to go and make people succeed. But is there an opportunity here in this Royal Queue for me to use those models so that I can actually help people out there? Question that you need answers. What are the incentives for network builders? Are there really good incentives? Is it something that's worthy for me to get into? Or is it something that is just going to waste my time? It is an empty promise and it's nothing going to make out of it. Now, this also need answers. Now, is it true that people can make $1,000 or more? And I hear that some people make 300, 400, 500, and some of them even make a couple of thousand on a daily basis. Is that true? Can I really make? If these are questions that you have in your mind, and I believe that end of this presentation, most of the questions, if not all, will be answered. If you still have doubts, keep your, what do you call, yourself free, and toward the end you can raise your hand and post your questions on. All right, so let's get into that. What is Royal Queue? First question, what is Royal Queue? People come and tell me, what is Royal Queue? Quantification. What is Royal quantification? Quantification could sound like a bombastic word terms, So it's simple term, Royal Queue is an artificial intelligence, a robot. What that robot does, it uses advanced mathematical model to replace human subjective judgments, because you and I have emotions, you and I have anger, you and I have a lot of other things to cope up with, pressures, stress, and everything else. So with all that, if you are going to sit in front of the computer, if you're going to try and analyze and make a judgment based on those things, that if you think it is correct, and most likely you're going to make a mistake. And this is what we call the human subjective judgments. And subjective mindset or judgments, if you're going to apply in your trading, guess what? 99.9% you're going to fail, and you're going to fail miserably. So that will not help you. So Royal Queue is not doing that. It is using advanced mathematical model, precise mathematics. So it knows exactly when to go in, when to come out. It does that. So it uses that computer technology to select the variety of high probability, because it has a huge database, and it based on that database and to formulate the winning strategy. It says, okay, based on this, over the years, if this is the kind of sentiments the market has, and it is going to be this result. So it can predict, and that predict is not a prediction of astrologer. It is a prediction based on a real mathematical model that has already been available, that you and I can't really do with our mind. It is not so possible. Of course, we may have some of those people who are, super minds, but we are not. 99% of them are not super minds. So we won't be able to do. But the robot does all that. And the robot, with all these facts in hand, what it does is that it buys low and it sells high. It buys low, sells high. So buys low means the red candle lights means it is going down. When it is making a turn, it knows this is the time to buy, and it waits until it makes another curve downward, and it sells and brings a profit to your wallet, in your USD2 wallet, and it places your profit there, and it comes back and starts ready, for the next trade. So this is going to go on every other minute whenever there is an opportunity. It does not wait for whether to go in now or not to go in now. It actually knows when to go in, and he knows when to come out. If at all the market is not in a what do you call, in an advantage situation, what it does is that it will wait, because it is made to only make profit for you. It can't sell when it is low, it holds. So some of you could be wondering, why the robot is not making money for me right now, because the market is actually at the dip, or it's low. So when it is low, it will not be able to sell, because if it sells, you are going to make losses. So it is not made to make losses, it's made to make money for you. So that is how it works for you. So it's very simple. It is an artificial intelligent robot that works for you using the historical data, using the high probability, and it does buy and sell. That's what it does. Okay. Now, second thing is why we need to use the robot for digital currency trading. We can use the robot for many other things, but why are we using for digital currency of all the things that we can find out there? Reasons are many, but some of the reasons that I've listed here includes is because it's decentralized. Nobody controls it, because decentralized means there is no boss involved, there is no controller, there is no manipulator, there is no deceiver, there is no one do anything as far as decentralization is concerned. So it is free. It totally depends on the supply and the demand, a buyer and seller. That's all it matters. So it is a very clear and a very clean business to get into. Secondly is Bitcoin. Bitcoin success, as we know, it started about 10-12 years ago, so to say, by this guy called Satoshi, and it was so low that nobody bothered even to look at it. When somebody told that this coin going to be thousands of dollars a few years later, people laughed at them, people mocked them, people thought these people were crazy, people thought these people were scammers, these people were cheaters, everything else that you could think of, everything were uttered toward the person who spoke about Bitcoin. But then they proved all the Bitcoin proved them all wrong. It actually, over the last 10 years, from mere few cents, it went up to 60,000 US dollars. In Malaysia ringgit, it means that it is 250,000 dollars. It is very expensive, and you can even buy like a car, here in Malaysia. So that is the success story that we have. Exponential growth of cryptocurrencies. We can see it is something beyond somebody's imagination. Nobody believed, no government believed, no individual believed. People like even Bill Gates, people like Richard Branson and Warren Buffett and whoever you name, all those people in the early days never thought Bitcoin was going to be this big. But guess what? Today it is one of the biggest deal the world can ever think of. All right. And then we have the crypto market, 2.5 trillion US dollars exchanges happening every other day. Major exchanges. Volatility, ups and downs, provides good opportunity, because it goes down very fast, it goes up very fast, and this up and down give us the advantage, because when you have the money, you buy low, when it goes up, you sell high. And some people, they keep it, they don't intend to sell, because some of them believe that it could be 100,000 in the near future. Some of them think it is 500,000 in another couple of years. And there are people also believe that Bitcoin will be $1 million US dollars in matter of time. So for a person who thinks that Bitcoin is going to be $1 million US dollars, no matter how down it goes, they are not going to give an inch to give up on Bitcoin. No way, right? So that is another reason. And and then the other thing is that 24/7, this market never sleeps. This market 24/7, 365 days. There is no weekend days, there is no public holidays, there is no death days, there is no morning days, nothing. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, somebody will be doing something throughout the day, throughout the night, all the time, every time. So that is the power of this digital currencies. Now, the last one is actually the faster account opening. Somebody this afternoon called me, can I open an account with Bitcoin? But I have, Binance, but I have only less than 100 US dollars. Can I? I said, you proceed. You can go and open account, do your KYC, whatever money that you have, you can actually, deposit, and the account is ready. All right, so it is so easy to start operating. In fact, in Binance, you only need $10 to do a trading. If you're lucky, you could be making a couple of cents. If it's not, then probably you have to wait until it makes that the profit for you. But you can make with even with $10. So it is cheapest, probably the cheapest trading that you can ever find in the market. All right. Now, and I found this tweet some time back by one of the famous guy who is an expert in crypto currencies, and he said based on that data that he gathered, Ethereum appreciated 683% last year, Bitcoin 363% last year, and then we have lumber, soybeans, silver, copper 46%, corn 45%, cotton 30%, coffee 25%. Look at this gold. Gold is 17%. You know how old this gold is actually? It is 5,000 years or 10,000 years. That throughout the history, every history, there is actually at least a chapter to speak about gold, how the king actually owned the amount of gold, or how the rich people held gold, what kind of trading they were doing. So gold is all about prosperity, but even the gold was defeated flat last year because the gold grew only 17%, whereas Ethereum is 683%. Ladies and gentlemen, think about this. Who would have thought, this kind of appreciation in a very shortest time, $180 last year, beginning I heard, end of the year, it come to $4,000. It's crazy, all right? And this is the reality of cryptocurrencies. Now, let's talk about the type of cryptocurrencies that we have. In the world, we have 10,276 cryptocurrencies as of now. It would actually increase probably every other day. You can see new currencies being introduced. So it will continue becoming more. And exchanges, we have 386 exchanges. Market cap, 1.6 trillion US dollars. Volume, 24-hour volume is 121 billion. Dominance, BTC alone controls 41%. Ethereum, 18%. Combine these two, it is almost like 60% of the market is controlled by BTC and Ethereum. So we are talking about trillion-dollar business. And in the trillion-dollar business, 1.651, which means BTC and Ethereum alone controlling about $1 trillion business. This is something that we cannot comprehend in our head. That is how big this business. All right. Now let's talk about what is the function of Royal Q, how the Royal Q works. In a very simple, plain word, Royal Q, like I said, it is a robot, and you are going to engage the robot to represent you, as far as the trading is concerned, because you do not know the trading. The robot is smarter than you and me in this case. So, but then we engage them, we employ it. So what we do is that on your laptop, on your handphone, or on your other device, you just go and subscribe to Royal Q and you open up an account with Binance. Binance is one of the largest exchange in the world. And after opening account with Binance, you load it with your US dollars. That is must for you to do the trading. Now, on the other hand, Royal Q, you have to pay $100 subscription. Once you also have activated, what you need to do, now you have to get this, the robot and the Binance Center, you actually engage them with a system or software that call application program interface. This will connect these two, and by the connections, the robot will be able to do the trading of your choice, because you got to give the choice. The robot will not go and choose the Bitcoin by itself. It will not go and choose the Ethereum by itself. You have to choose the choice, and you have to, after choosing, and the robot will only do the trading for you. So you do part of the work, the robot will do the rest of the work. This is how simple it is. Okay. Now, many people have this doubts in their mind and questions in their mind, like I mentioned earlier. Many of them have the fear, if I'm going to leave my hard-earned money in the Binance, will my money be safe? Can I trust Binance? What is this Binance? Before this, I never heard. A friend of mine told me Binance is good. So with that word, can I go in or not? So let me assure you, okay, these are facts that you can actually take and you can counter check, you can verify, and you will be able to know whether there is any truth to it or not. All right. And I bet with you that these are whatever things that I mentioned here are facts that actually I collected from Binance. All right. Now, Binance exchanges, this is facts as of 2020. 15 billion in 24 all-time high spot trading that was in 2020. 3.88 billion average daily trading, this is in 2020. 184 tokens listed in Binance from 151 in the previous year. This is from Binance. 591 trading pairs also happening in Binance. And 7 million US dollars or USDT was recovered, by Binance for the customers who had issues. Some of them could have lost the money, some of them could have sent the money to the wrong address, some of them could have forgotten, the wallet address, and so on and so forth. All those things were resolved by Binance. In total, Binance resolved amount about 15 million US dollars since 2017. And that is very important, which means you must remember, I told you Binance is a billion-dollar business, is a trillion-dollar business in a way, but despite that amount, 15, 20 billion US dollars, the amount that were issues that actually became issues is only 7 million, or in total from 2017, only 15 million. So it is a very small amount compared to the kind of business they do. And that itself is evident that this is something that is very safe. All right, take note of that. And Binance has 26 languages to interact with. If people do not understand English, they can choose the language that they can speak, and if the language is available in Binance website, and you can use the language to to interact or to liaise with them and to resolve the issues, whatever issues that you have. And also they have 11 languages supported by Binance customer service. Now, customer service is when you call them and somebody is going to answer. Somebody is going to speak the same lingo as you talk. Now, those are 11 languages, all right? I can't give you the list right now, but we have to check. But all I know are there are 11 languages. There could have been more. Now, another fact is Binance so far, according to the Android phone that I checked on the part, the Google Play Store, there were 10 million account holders who actually downloading that took place in Google Play Store. So those are things that are actually material facts for us to confirm that Binance is indeed a safe place for us to deposit our money and to carry out our activities, be that trading, be that as keeping your money, whatsoever, as long as you have your correct password, as long as you have your secondary level and third level and fourth level security measures. If you have all those things, and there is nothing much for you to worry. All right, now let me talk about the other aspect of Binance security. Now, even with that, I also want to tell you there is another important thing. If you go to Binance and if you create API key, and this is what you will see, the API key is basically will be like this, and this key is algorithm is random. It combines the alphanumeric words, so there's one long stretch of combination of all this alpha and numeric numbers and characters, and this actually you copy it and you go and paste it at this royal queue and you get it activated, and that's it. And then it is also comes with another one we call security key. So you have two to protect, and these numbers are not easy for anyone to hack or to play with or to manipulate is impossible. Like I said, it cannot be regenerated even by Binance itself. Once it's gone, it is gone. And API restriction, look at the restriction. You decide what kind of consent that you want to give it to API. Now, there are only two consent you give. One is to read, another one is to do margin trading and enable spot. These are the only two things. You don't give permission to transfer, you don't give permission for withdrawals, you don't give permission to vanilla options, you don't give permission to other standard margin, nothing, only spot margin, that's all. And then you have also the API, sorry, the IP address that you can lock, which means once you lock your IP address, the IP you can't access Binance from your another device. If you set the the IP address as your home computer, you can only access Binance from your home computer. You can't use your handphone to access. So that is the kind of security they have. So the question that that you have is actually, all I can say is very safe. Now, the next thing is how much profit can I make, from RQ, or RQ make, for me daily. All right, these are actually facts that we did not actually pluck it. We did not actually came out with something on my own. These are information that I gathered from leaders, and leaders provided this, Now, these are actually a combination of your ROI, sorry, your trade profits as well as your network profits. So even then, if you look at this, they have quite a lot of money. In a single day, there are people who make 356. Now, most of these accounts are from India. And as far as I'm concerned, my Indian partners are basically just 1 month old. So in 1 month old, they make 356, they make 344 daily, 400, 362, 300, 500, 400. And you look at this, quite similar, 199, 499, 644, 296, 970, close to 1,000, and 473, $1,000 in a single day. And here you can see this guy, and he made a 7,000 US dollars in a single day. Now, all these people are the ordinary people, the commoners like you and me, who did not really have any big money with them. All they know is that they went out, they did something, and whatever money they had, they started trading, and the profit is on their way. Now, on average, when people ask me, okay, it could be between 1 to 5%. Now, earlier this afternoon, I spoke to one of the leaders from India, and then what he said is that, okay, 1 to 5% on daily. Okay, let's take 1%. So which means a month it could be 30%. So he is being very conservative. He says, okay, you can make between 15, 20, 25, 30, something like that. So it varies from one person to another person, but there are possibilities for people to make between 1% or more when the market is good. If the market is not so good, there are possibilities for you to make much lesser. Nevertheless, whatever it is your money, you control it, you decided whether to trade, you decided whether to keep it, you decided whether to withdraw it. It is totally yours. Nobody makes a choice for you, okay? Now, the other thing is, what is the cost of RQ? Now, if people said, okay, it sounds good for me, I think I don't mind starting, I don't mind subscribing to RQ. How much does RQ cost? All right, very straightforward answer. RQ comes with a rental, yearly rental of 100 US dollars. If you don't have $100, you cannot activate RQ. That is something that you need to know. Now, the other thing RQ requires is that RQ says every time that I make profit for you, all right, I will take 20% from you. But this 20% does not come directly from Binance, because as we know, the RQ has got no authority to go and transfer, to go and withdraw any amount that you have in your Binance, to withdraw. It can't do that. So all it says is that I have my wallet, you preload my wallet with money, 20, 30, or 40 US dollars based on the amount that you want to trade. Each time I make profit, I am going to deduct from this wallet, which is under my control. So how much money you're going to place it? You could be making, or you could be depositing 10, 20, 30, 40, a very small amount. So if you have, say, 20 US dollars, which means that in RQ could be making a profit of 100 US dollars for you. So if it makes 100 US dollars, it's going to take 20 US dollars from the wallet. So it's a two separate thing. It is actually keeping the accounts, and it knows how much to ask or how much to take from your RQ account. That's all it does. All right. So the ratio here is 20-80. 80% goes to you as an investor, 20% goes to RQ as a trader, or the AI trader or robot. That's all it does. It is actually what we call it, a trading fee, so to say. Now, and people may ask, why do I need to pay 20%, which is so high? All right. Now, there are many reasons, okay? The reasons that it is justifying by them is, now we have to take care of the technical support. Whenever there are technical glitches, wherever there are issues, breakdown, whatsoever, we have to quickly resolve so that the robot can be at the optimum level all the time, every time, to do the trading. So we need to have experts who are very good at internet technology, who will be able to resolve the issues whenever there is an issue. All right. So that they need money. You can't pay them less money. We have to pay them enough money for them to work effectively. So technical support, and RQ also needs to keep the back office management. It says, okay, how much commissions you made, how much overriding you made, how much trading that you made, how many downlines you have, how many referrals you have, how many people qualified, how many people rank up. Every information is available at the back office, plus some actually also information and all that. So all those things actually needs cost, and that is why the 20% is going to help them. Now, finally, it also takes a major portion of it goes for the commissions or the incentive that has been designed to actually to keep the marketing people to go hard, to go aggressively and market it. And I think it works. Otherwise, the team wouldn't have grown this far. That's a fact. All right. So 20% why? 20% is because for all those things. So as far as the Binance is concerned, 100% remains with you, and you can take as and when that you want to. All right. So that is the cost. Now, how to subscribe? I like it. I find it is good. It's exciting. Now, how do I go about and getting one robot for myself for rental? All right. Now, it is very simple. I'm sure that, when you heard Royal Q, it must be through someone. So you have to see who the person who introduced you. Go to the person, ask the person for referral link. The referral link looks like this, HTTPS, and this is how it looks like. Take that one, and actually once you click the link, it will bring you to this page. This is the first page, and this is actually in a browser, it is in a, what do you call the browser. So you have to go and, open a window, and you get these things done. And then you just key in the details, email, verification code. When you send the verification code, that will go to your email, and from the email, you copy it and you paste it, and then you proceed to login password, confirm password, create login password. In my experience, login password has to be alpha and numeric. You can't put special character. If you put apostrophe, comma, a dash, all those things, that doesn't seem to work. So just keep it short. It is your uppercase, lowercase, and numbers, and it has to be between 6 to 20. So don't keep it too complicated, and maybe it is designed that way, so it doesn't really get it done if it is too complicated. And then finally, reconfirm the verification code, and then to proceed with register. Once you have done the register, the step 2 is actually you are already having it, so you have to go and download a Royal Q app from your Google Play Store or your Apple Store, Apple Store, or and other Android phone, whichever method you call it. Register and download your Royal Q from the Google Play Store. That is number 2. Step 3, open an account with Binance. Remember, that is a very important thing. You can open an account with Binance. And when you open an account with Binance, you have to do KYC, you have to do all those things. Now, I must tell you, when you give, if you are a referrer, when you give the link of Royal Q, please make sure or check with your friend whether the person has Binance account. If the person does not have the Binance account, please provide your link to this person, because even Binance gives some form of referral commissions every time a trade takes place. So this can be some kind of referral income or passive income when you have more account holders are referred by you. So don't miss this opportunity. Take note of that. All right. Now, after that, load your Binance Spot account with USDT, and it is preferably somewhere around 300 or so that you have some money to do trading and to make some money. You can even start with $10, $20, $100. You can do anything. But if you want to make some significant amount of, so-called trade profit, you need to have amount that can help you to create, the kind of income. If you don't have it, that you will be making probably, a few cents, few cents, which is probably, even for you to gather a $1, it probably take almost like few days, so that would be very, very small. So if you have like $2 or 200, it would be at least give you some form of, excitement to see, oh, I have my trading profit coming my way. So that is number 4, step number 4. Step number 5 is transfer your USDT worth 120 USDT, that is including the subscription and fuel, from the Binance to your Royal Q. This you have to do, activation, okay? Once you have done that, you go to your page, you click mine. Mine is, in this page, Royal Q, app, you can see on the left, you have home, and on your right, you can see mine, M-I-N-E. On top, you have the human image. You click on the image, and you will see this page comes, this part actually right here. And there you can see this one with the, word called activate. So you click on that, it takes you to, to the page where you have your $100 and asks you whether you are ready to confirm this 100, your yearly subscription as an activation fee. If you agree, you just click and automatically your account activated. So that's simple, the process. And step number 6, bind API with private key, bind, the Royal Q and the Binance. So you have to bind them together with API and private key. All right. So that is what you need to do. So these are the simple 6 steps process for you to subscribe RQ and engage with Binance. All right. Now, setting up your strategy. People who are the beginners, many of them, as we know, they don't really have any clue what the trading is all about, including even like us also. We took time to really understand, because this is not something that we do, and it involves emotions, it involves knowledge, it involves your patience, your trust, and your understanding, a lot of factors. So when you don't have all those things, by you simply go and choose something, you will not see the benefit. So traders have different type of traders. You have conservative, you have moderate, and you also have aggressive type of people. So for those beginners, starters, we would suggest that you go a conservative basis. When you talk about a conservative basis, and especially even if you have a small amount of money, what you can do is that you put your, your margin call setting, from 2468, 248, 1632 to much smaller, which means this one margin call will be $20. With the conservative approach, it will be 150, it's a small amount. It will be $15. This will be $40. This will be 22 and 50 US dollars. This will be 80 US dollars. This will be $33.80. This will be 160 US dollars. And this will be $50.60. And this will be 320 US dollars. But whereas when you adjust it, it will be only $113. So you are making it very small, for the margin call, because you have less money and you don't want to take the risk. You can also make this call fewer if you want to, so that you don't have to go deep down if you want to. So these are the simple conservative approach for you to start and understand and see for yourself what this so-called trading, is like. Once you have understood, then you can either increase it, or your so-called capital, you can do whatever you want. Some of them, they can even go aggressive if they know what they're going to do. So it is a very simple strategy. For more information, you can ask your uplines or your referrer for information. And finally, we come to the income goal. Trading is actually about why we do trading, because we want to make money. And what kind of money are we making? Do we need a kind of consistent income? We need. Do we need to have a long-term one? Yes. You can't really make money in a single day or single month and you become rich. And if you do that, you're most likely going to burst your money. So you need time. So basically, in a good time, when market is right, there are chances for you to make about 1% on average. On average, I'm talking about. There could be days where you don't make. But if you make, there are also times that you make. The other day, I did a setting of $10 day before yesterday. The market went down, took a dip, and I saw for the whole day did not have. I slept. The next day when I woke up, I saw my profit was $8. All right. Now, the last 2 days, my $10, what I can really expect. For $10, I just tried this one, if it works or not. So I allocated about $200 for this one trade, ADA, and I put the setting, and it gave me $8. Do you think it is good? All right. So it works. And on average, if it goes this way, you will make some money. So overall, based on the compounding factor, or a year period, you make about 36,000 US dollars for a capital of 1,000. What if it is 100? You can't really see this much of money, but you will have lesser money. Now, this is on average, I said. Okay, what if it is 50%? What if it is 25%? What is only 10%? So no matter what percentage you take or you see, there is always going to be some positive with the money that you invest in crypto. That is for sure. All right. So these are facts for us to see. So if somebody comes in, they know very well the money is theirs. They control the money. It is 24 hours with them, and they decide whether to keep the money or to withdraw the money or to do whatever, to increase everything they can do. So I believe that if people understood this process and that, how the market works, and it is easy for them to digest the idea and actually, prepared to make money when the market becomes favorable to them. All right. Now I already talked about all those things. Now come to the real business. Now, like I said earlier, somebody says, okay, the trading is good, which means that if I introduce to someone and that someone says that this is good because I don't part my money with anybody else, my money is in my hand, and which means that I can go, confidently, I can go and tell my friends and families, okay, this is something that you can do. Now, if that is the case, for what is going to be my incentive for me to go and share this concept or share this opportunity with others? There are 4 types of incentives. Direct push award, that starts from 30% to 70% on robot activation. So this is basically on the robot activation. Remember that I said you pay 100 US dollars to activate the robot, which means every time somebody pays $100, someone who referred that person is going to receive between 30 US dollars to 70 US dollars, depends on the rank that the person holds. If the person is in the basic level, V1, he could be receiving 30 US dollars. If the person is at the highest level, is V6, he could be receiving 70 US dollars. So it depends where the person is, but there is always money for the person. And it is compressible. If one person right in between, if he is not qualified for, inactivation, or if they're withdrawn whatsoever, the people below them will become one step closer, and that becomes the person's immediate income. So this is compressible. And what about team rewards or team awards? Team awards is between 20 to 60% from the profit distribution. What is the profit distribution? profit is the trading money, the income that the robot makes for you, on Binance. So each time that it makes the money, it brings the money for you, and from the money, that 20% goes to the robot, and from the 20%, the referrer get a 20% margin. So the 20% is basically 4%, equal 4%, which means that, for example, if $100 is the profit of that robot, $20 $20 will go into your pocket, because robot made $100, you make 20%. So 20% is quite a good money. And how much can it go? From the 20%, it can also go up to 60% based on the rank that you hold at that material time. How about peer award? It is, in a simple term, in the network marketing term, we call it's a matching income. How many percent they give you is 5%. When they give you, when you achieve V3 position or more or beyond, then you get V3, V4, V5, V6, you are going to get this 5%. What is global dividend? It is a global pool income. When did you get this? 5%. Sorry, how much do you get? 5%. This 5% profit sharing is actually the global revenue, and they collect the global revenue and they see what is your entire team volume that you have. Based on the volume, pro rata, it pays you the 5% sharing. So you have 4 different income, and it is already evident right now there are people who are actually, making thousands of dollars, not monthly, but already making it on a daily basis. So this is networkers incentive. Now, if you see this, okay, this is how it starts. When you go in, you become V1. That is what when you become V1, you pay $100 activation, you become V1. Now, when you refer someone, what do you get? You get 30% from the direct push. That means $30 as a referral commission. Team rewards, what do you get? Whenever the person does the trading, from the trading profit, you make 20%. So this is the two incentive that you get for V1. But if you are V1, and then what happened is that you're going to go to V2, okay? Now, when you go to V2, you need to have basically 5 users, and you need to have 100 team members in with you, you need to have 5 users, and with the 5 users you must have 3 V2s, and then you need to have 100 team members. If you have that, you make 40% push award, and you also make 30% team ratio. This is additional money that you get. Now, from V2 to V3, what do you get as a V3? V3, you get actually 50% push award, you get 40% team reward, and peer award, you get 5%. So this, as V3, you get 3 incentive. As V2, you get 2, but as V3, you get 3, including the peer award. Now, as V3, how many people you need to have? You need to have 8 users. That means 8 direct referrals. Out of that, 3 V. You need to have 3 V3s and 300 members. If you have this, you are already V3. Now, what you get as you go to V4? When you go to V4, you get 60%. You get 60% on the push reward or the activation reward, and you get team reward 50%, and you also get the peer award of 5%. Now, as at V4, what is the numbers that you will be having? You will be having at least about 12 users directly referred by you. And out of that, you will be having 3 V4s, 800 team members, and all this, if you have, then you are basically a V4. Now, the next one is you are going to go V5. And when you become a V5, you are coming very close. And what you have, 65% commissions on the referral commissions, and which means that whenever that you sign up, that somebody is going to give you 65 ringgit into your pocket. That is quite a big money. Team rewards, you get 55%. So whatever the trading happens in their person's account, from the trading profit, if robot brings 100 to its account, you are going to take $55 from the robot. So you make more money than the robot itself. And P award, you get another 5%, as a distribution among the so-called, the members. So this is basically P award is actually, I would say, the matching income, so to say. Okay. Now that V6 is the final goal. As a V6, you take 70%, and then you have 60% ratio for team awards, rewards, and peer award will be 5%, and global dividend. This is another the highest one, because for the rest of them they only get 3, but for V6 this person get an additional 5% is the global pool. All right, so here this person will actually achieve a bigger deal. All right, so what happens, what is the qualification to get here? This person is actually 1,500 members they need. All right, and if they have this kind of numbers, they are going to really be the V6 and beyond. So it is something that is very big for people to achieve and make money, but achieving itself is not really a big deal, because there are already a lot of people making money right now. Okay, now when I say all those things, then some of you might already been imagining, so what am I supposed to do? All right, how am I to achieve? Can I be V6? And how soon can I be V6? Now I can tell you this one, anything that you do need to be measured. Anything that doesn't get measured doesn't get achieved. All right, so here, if you want something that want to go super fast, you can put it for a 90 days project. You call it a 90 days project. I think there are a couple of people already working. I know for the fact, like Thomas from Kerala is doing it, and I need to congratulate him at this juncture. And there is another gentleman, Rajesh, is all full geared, and he is going on a top speed, talking to his members and hitting as big as he can. So this 90 days project is almost a done deal for them. Now, the approach is basically is very simple and straightforward. You list down your prospect's name, share the opportunity, and the opportunity can be your brochures, it could be your messages, it could be your videos, it could be our Zoom like this, and try and engage with as many people as you can, and you teach them. The process is that they call the teach 5 to reach 5. You teach 5 to reach 5, because that is very important. Every person, because a process, this is what we call a monkey see, monkey do. It doesn't mean that we are monkeys, but the process, human psychology, is that people like to do things that the achievers do. That is how it works. They quietly do. So if you are going to teach people do, it is going to be even more effective, to get these things done. So keep this mantra in your mind, teach 5 to reach 5. So what do you need to do? And I divided this into 6, 90 days into 6 stages. The first stage, the first 14 days, you go and hit your 20 people, all right? The second stage, 14 days, you get the people to teach, bring another 5 people. So 5 bring 5 is 25. And the third stage is another 14 days. You get the 25 to get 5. Basically, the 5 people will be getting the 5, but the numbers will grow big, 125. The fourth stage is 125 times 5, 625. The fifth stage, you get 3,625. The sixth stage, it is going to be 15,625 people. All right, this is the sixth stage. If you add up all those things, it comes to about how much? About 84 days or so, right? Now, you will be able to do this within 90 days if you actually follow this. Someone told me this, all right? If you actually, if you are going to pilot a plane, and if you are going to be sitting on the seat, and if you get the plane start, and the plane needs to take off, and it goes to the runway, and starts from one, point to another point, it has the speed, and it needs the the real speed, the jet speed, and by halfway it is ready to take off, and it goes all the way and it climbs, and once it's up, and what is the resistance? The air resistance is good enough for the flight or the plane to fly. So it becomes much easier in the air than on the ground, because only on the ground it needs the entire strength to take off. But the takeoff time need to be 90 days. If you're going to, if it is going to run out of the runway, the plane probably will end up crashing. It will not reach. So, and what if I start slow? You can start slow, and if you have reached here and the other halfway may not be enough, so you have to reverse and you have to start. So this is always the problem for people, so that is why they say the game plan is very, very important. And once you have done the 90 days game plan, you can restart another 90 days game plan if you want to hit one more round, and you can hit another 90 days one more round. If people can do 3 or 4 90-day game plan in their life, I think uh, nothing stops them. They are the so-called heroes for whatever that they are do. All right. So that is how powerful it is. All right. The 90-day game plan. All right. Now I have come to the end of the presentation, and I want to tell you this. I have covered quite a lot, and this is what I want you to remember, the recap. All right. Number one, Royal Q is the AI. It trades on Binance and brings profit to you. All right. And Royal Q works 24/7, remember, and the setting that you choose. And then Royal Q, the rental is $100. Without the rental, it doesn't work. And Royal Q shares profit 80-20 basis. If you don't want to pay the 20%, forget about Royal Q. And Royal Q money is in your control. The money in your control, and it is in you decide what to do with the money, whether to trade it, whether to withdraw it, whether to keep it. Everything is in your hand. Binance is the largest crypto exchange that is well secured. Nobody can argue that. All right, networkers get paid between 30 to 70% from the RQ rental, and nobody can deny that. 20 to 70% from trading profit. That is also a fact. Okay, exercise responsibility, care, and guide members you introduce. This is the last one, but the most important one, because out of excitement, sometimes we go and say things that probably mislead people to decide something that is not supposed to be their decision. You could mislead them to make a wrong choice. It is not that your choice is a wrong choice, but for them it could be a wrong choice. It is not the business that you give is the wrong business, but for them it could be a wrong choice at that given time. So exercise some care, responsibility. Make sure that whatever that you speak to people, you think about them, because if they are happy, you're going to be happy. If they're happy, they're going to introduce some good people. So important. Make sure that you take care of that. And then the last one is the reminder that I need to give you. If somebody wants to come into the business, they need to have certain characteristics that I call. Okay, what are those? You need to be aware of crypto market volatility. You need to understand that this market is volatile, it up, it down, it can do both ways. All right. So they need to know that. You need to believe in cryptocurrencies. The person needs to know. If somebody says that Bitcoin is going to go bust and there is no future, if somebody every day says that Bitcoin is not good, that person will not be a good person for trading or crypto business. Give the person, their choice, and let them do whatever they want to do. Don't bring them in and then they are going to give you a headache. You need to be patient with market adversity, because if people don't have the patience, it's very difficult. You put your robot to do the work, and after you go and meddle the robot, and then you stop the trading, you cause loss, and you tell the robot is not doing the work. That is not the robot's fault, it's your fault. So you need to have the patience to get the business done correctly. You need to trust the process. The process is up and down. You cannot beat the process. You have to understand the process. Don't join into crypto business with your last dollar. If that is what you have, please go and earn something before getting into. Otherwise, don't come in because you feel sorry for yourself. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being very, very patient. And I've come to my end of session. And my co-host, Dr. Rao, will take up the questions. And if there is anything that I need to cover, I'll come in between. So see you at Q&A. Back to you, Rao.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Raj. The explanation was very clear. Due to time constraint, what we do, let's jump into questions. Maybe we take a couple of questions, and after that we can end the session. So like how I started the session today, you see from the robo introduction, you get some benefit, all right? Not from the investment of a person into Binance. So that is a very important point you need to understand here. Mr. Raj, maybe your screen. Okay. Okay. So the business is when we introduce the robo to somebody, that is the business, right? And then as the person using the robo increases his portfolio, then the income for the robo and to you and to the person, everyone in the win-win-win situation, right? So basically that's about it. And every trade happens in front of your own eyeballs, safe, right? Safe. So that's very important. So a lot of businesses, we don't know whether or not there's really a trade happening or not, right? That's very important. You need to know. Mr. Raj, on the screen, maybe, I can put it down. Okay, let's take some questions. There are someone typed a question, I guess. Can I have Mr. Raj's contact? So no contact numbers we will give.
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, which one is good? Putting more money for the trading and placing lesser call, which that is good, or putting less money and placing more call back? Which one is good, sir?
Order small, more money back up, more money for your margin call. Take trade with the smaller, like let's say this is how I analyze it. Up to $2,600. Okay, up to $2,600. You start the trade with $10 only. Okay, you start the trade with $10 only. The remaining $2,500 plus dollars in your wallet as a backup. As the market dips down, the robo will buy. Buy low, sell high. So that's the principle.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
And sir, can you please suggest which all the coins are more beneficial in this particular time?
Yeah, mostly all the top 10 cryptos are good to buy now. All the top 10 cryptos are good to buy. If someone knows about this crypto market, and then you want to go little aggressive coins like SHIB, BTT, you can VET, you can select. Otherwise, you just go for the you see the crypto market. The top 10 cryptocurrencies all are very safe to buy. The number one place is Ethereum, BTC, Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then come to ADA, XRP, and all this. But the top 10 coins are very good. So you can choose one. If about for 2,000 up to 2,500, you choose one coin is very much safer.
Okay,
so,
sir.
like I began this now. It is not about the coin; it's about making that 1% matters. So by choosing many coins, you may lose the focus. All right. Thank you. Any more?
Thank you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the future of Tron?
Or Tron?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a good coin because Tron using TRC20, they are competitive for Ethereum. So and then Ethereum now, the fuel charges are very high. So Tron only charging cents, sometimes $1. So Tron has got a very big potential.
Sir, earlier I was asked the Raj sir contact number. Is it possible to give us?
Yeah, you must go through your leaders, Bhaiya. You must go through your immediate leaders. So it's not proper for us to give you any numbers here.
I can tell you this, all right. During presentation, I'm sure that, I'm ready to help any one of you, okay, and both of us, there is no doubt about it. So sometimes there could be some misunderstanding, when you ask for number, and if I give my number and you're applying, your leader get threatened because he said, okay, since the person is having the number and, my downline can be, taken directly whatsoever. So we do not want a team to have any misunderstanding. So I would say that you can put your upline, come together, and anytime that you can actually send me a WhatsApp, and I'm gladly ready to help you.
Yeah, that's one. And the second one, in our Royal Queue, under news, you look for Robocrypto. Robocrypto is our group. It's like, WhatsApp is a group of people there, isn't it? Robocrypto is our group of people in Royal Queue itself.
Yeah, but I think what is asking is that because sometimes, you need to edify, or you need, we have members almost every other day, somebody calls me, and asking for help, asking for some kind of assistance, clarification, that can be done. But how they do it is that the leader themselves,
come to the leader.
The leader themselves actually inform me that, okay, I have this downline who needs some support. Can you help him? So the leader does that. So when that happens, it is much easier. All right. So it just to make sure that the team is healthy. I can give you, it's no problem, but we do not want your leader to feel threatened. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Subra. Thank you very much for understanding.
Okay, so if there's no any other questions, thank you so much and wish you very best. And now today we had about 60 over. The next English session, we should have at least hundreds of people coming in. So let's expand our wings, right? This is a wonderful business and very good future. Very good future for a trader. Very good future for the networker. Everybody can be a winner very soon. All right. So with that note, thank you very much. Thank you for participating, Mr. Raj.
Thank you very much, all, and till we meet again, good night and all the best in your recruiting activities and your trading activities. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.